So as you saw me do that, I'll try to explain everything. So basically I set the waypoints and everything on there, taking off, and you saw me turn all the thrusters on and set up so that it'll disconnect the connector. There was supposed to be volume there, it was supposed to be recording that so you could hear it. Unfortunately, I didn't have the microphone on, sorry about that, my bad. So, we'll just watch and see if my work worked. It's going in gracefully and taking a landing. And it's there, it's all connected, thrusters are off. Alright, now let's go in and do the takeoff. Make sure that it runs smoothly. As you do your own projects and stuff like this, you just have to trial and error until it's done right. But this is the basic way to do it. Okay, so there's takeoff. Turn this one on, and all thrusters on. It should disconnect from the connector, which it has. Okay, so it's up and it's moving around. And it's moving backwards. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, I must have blasted up too high, something like that. That was weird. That was totally weird. Okay, so what's it doing now? Okay, so let's move to waypoint 4. I suppose once we get to waypoint 4, I could tell it to take waypoint 5. Okay, I say delete selected. This one, tell it to turn on the AI task recorder, basic task maneuver. I want to take and turn off the lander. Flight move. I want to turn it on. It should go off by itself when it's complete. And I want to turn this behavior. And let's see here. It's still continuing. Let's do another land, another takeoff. Just gonna do a land. Reason for doing it like this is so it does a basic task of how to take off and then start searching for, just roam around. I'll probably change that because I know where the ore is, so I want it to take and go to where the ore is. think I'm gonna name a pilot named Jim and say, "Have you lost your mind, Jim?" Because it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, there it goes. It's taking a lot of time to get landed. Alright, it has landed. And that one should have turned off. Okay, so notice it's not the same stop anymore, same play. Now I'm turn on this one. Let's check out first basic flight move on the settings. We have behavior on still, have crash avoidance off, have precision mode on. Now when I press the basic takeoff task, it turns all of them on, releases connector, and it lifts off the landing pad. Okay, if I go into move, it has turn collision on and precision off. So takeoff is moving to waypoint 4. Okay, now it's still moving to waypoint 4, hopefully. It's still moving. I'm looking for is listed and turn into play and says stop. And its setup action should be to start the basic AI task, and then it will turn off. Okay, so go on stop, I'm waiting for it to hit play, turn into play. Still moving, it's going slow. Move task, let's see how fast can it move. I'm gonna turn up the speed limit so it can turn up all the way, maximum altitude 25. Up to like 100. There's a speed limits, the limits 100, 104, 5 degrees, 5 degrees, because the ship may not have enough power to handle going complete sideways or complete straight up and down. To take off, and it's still running, still trying to waypoint 4. I didn't put waypoint 4 way up there, I don't believe. Okay. This behavior off. I'm gonna try hit play again. See what happens. So it's gonna attempt to go to waypoint 1. Idle status. And turn this behavior's on. Okay. Take off. It's going to waypoint. Okay, it touched down. There's a point. Waypoint 1. Going to waypoint 2 now. I don't know why it went backwards. Turn this behavior off. Turn landing on. Got to play that one. If it's still working on that, then we'll take and may have to redo it. I don't know. All trial and error until it gets right. Want to keep the menu up for so I can watch this waypoint and everything right here. Make sure everything is properly functioning. Okay, it's retrying to go to waypoint 1, got to waypoint 3. So I know my landing worked. Okay. So it should be connected. So it's connected and everything. Now let's go and try the takeoff again. If it doesn't work this time, then I'll re-record it. See how it works. Thrusters on, disconnected, taking off. Understand why it backs up. Kind of weird how it does that. Alright, so now it worked with no problems. Now it's going into search mode. So it has turned on the basic AI task. Okay, so this behavior is on. And it's going to stay within 2,000 meters. And it's going to keep 100 meters away from the base. Okay. Here's basically flying. I have no enemies in the area right at this moment. I was just picking random places out here on the map, and it's flying to. We call this a patrol ship, but what I'm going to turn it into is a mining ship, so it can mine. Well, that's how you basically set up the takeoff and landing sequences. There still has to be a few more items added to the ship, as in the I'd probably put a defensive block on there, and definitely put some timers on there and some event blocks so that it can do different events. As you see, my hydrogen on my ship stays pretty full. Has enough items on there to keep it full. Enough oxygen and hydrogen things to be on there. We call them. And as long as I have enough ice in my system, search for ice. But I have some. Yeah. But they're all in the O2H2 generators. I have a tank. I have to go into propane. Oh, there we go. I have a hydrogen tank, which is small. As long as it stays full, if it ever dips below 50%, I'm going to tell it to go back home with a event block. Right now, it's just kind of roaming around. In previous videos, this place here used to have a bunch of bases that were enemy, and they would try to attack. So I have no guns on here, no ammo on here. So that would be a bad thing. I wiped all them out, so I could take and do mining and stuff like that. Alrighty, with it moving around at maximum speed and stuff, I can jump off, jump out my control seat. I'll probably end up not being able to regain control of the ship. So I'm going to go ahead and initiate the land sequence. So turn off the basic task maneuver. And turn on landing maneuver. Careful. Go down too fast. Okay, now it's flipped around. Coming in for a landing. Alrighty, we have landed.
Fuel critical.
And now some event timers. Timers and event timers. So let's slip through here, try to find them. Use this last half hour, try to make up this. Well, it works properly. I think that's event controller. Sure, there's no directionals on that. Leave it like that. I think I want like 2 of them, a couple of them. Okay, and some timers. Dooby-dooby-dooby-doo, where are you? Where's my event timers? Block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ain't it? 7. In it yet? And excuse me, Mom, let me do something. Alright, I'm back now. Just had to security check. Where was I? I was at 4 timers, wasn't I? There's one. Oh, where do I want to put that? Even out the way, put something there. One right there in the middle. Okay, what these timers will basically for starting up and starting up the AI events, stuff like that. Basically, I don't know if it's gonna be neat or not. Take the event controller. Okay, go in here. Call this one landing. Let's see. Landing I can take, probably trigger. Let's see. Our cargo field. Does that come in cargo field? Is equal or greater than 50%. Okay. And give it a cargo block. I don't know what's going on, but someone's making noise in my house. Out of my house. It's a large one right there. Okay. Well, that one's 50% full. And it's going to go to the timer block and start the timer block. Do. I may have to take, for ease of simplicity, a little more simple. I think all the other ones are turned off. Ease of doing. Sit over here for a moment. It's just easier this way. One locked. Good. All off. Okay, so it's easier. So okay. Another block I want is
Fuel critical.
another event controller. Flight move. Okay, rear panel. With a flight move, you always want to make sure it has set up correctly. So we're looking at the rear panel and the front panels towards the front of the ship. Okay. This one will be part of a landing sequence. But in case, what if I'm way out far and I can't get to where I need to be? So I have to find a point closest to the base. Okay. So AI flight. All this land. So basically I'm landing from a distance, so if I'm way across the lake and I can't quite get close enough to recognize what the point number 4 is, then I will use this to get close enough to make sure that it's there. Okay. This one works on waypoints, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm back in the ship and make a waypoint. Lock down. And over here close by is where I start my landing. I'm gonna make sure I'm within range of that landing point. So I can take a GPS and mark this one. GPS landing start or something like that. That way my task can get there. Okay. Okay, got that recorded. And if we go in K, go into the task. Okay, move. Okay, here we go. This one. Okay, we want. No. Let's see. I didn't want to move. That's not what I didn't want. Yeah, I think that's wrong.
Fuel critical.
Gotta get rid of that. That's not the one I wanted. Wanted combat tasks. What does this one have? Yeah. Okay. Cool. There we go. My slight mistake. Like that. Enter to edit all the way. There we go. That's what I want. Now go in K. Search in here. Task, basic task, landing. Okay, I want it to. I'm gonna name this one too right fast. E-A-K-E. There we go. I'm gonna go autopilot. Okay, notice how the waypoints. Now I gotta go through my list of waypoints and add the waypoint that I wanted. Okay, landing start. So add that waypoint. And it's not control, it's the one-way direction to it. Okay. So then go to my event controller. So if it's filled more than that, go to my timer first. Do a setup action, selected action. My timers. Timers. Go. Landing. Okay, want to start that one. And to tell that timer what to do. Okay. Ultimately, it's going to probably unlock all these. One. Unlock two. Unlock three. Then once it does that, I'm going to tell it to do the task. 2, I believe. Start its behavior. Okay, so if I'm out there drilling, I'm sitting on the ground, I'm drilling, and it gets full, you should unlock all the landing gear, and then take off. Oh, I probably have to turn all thrusters on, probably. I'm not going to be sitting there with the thrusters on. So, block on, block on, block on. I have 0, 11, and 13. 0, 11. Oops, got 12. Blocked on. 13. Alright, doesn't matter what order, it looks like you get on. 14. Okay. For the next bar. Last bar, we'll make sure 15, now 16 is the next one. Last one was 4. Okay, we got them. Now we'll have to run a landing task. Starts behavior. Okay. Let me explain what I did. I got event controller checking to see if the box gets full. That white box is full. That large container gets full. The event timer should trigger. Event controller should trigger, and I should trigger the timer. Timer, what it should do is take off and lighter point. Another thing I probably should do is probably turn off the drill. So where's that timer again? Okay, it's on the last block here, so I left off. And the drill system, I'm gonna turn block off. And let's see. Go area, turn that one off. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to have it land, make sure I have enough ice, because I know I'm getting low on ice. So do that for a moment. Run that event, or at least do the timer. So I'm going to go way over here or something. This time run the timer. Make sure my timer will work. Okay, timer landing block. I'm way over here, out of there, so it might be out of range for just a normal AI to pick it up. So therefore, I gotta take and get there. And I gotta tell the timer to run the AI once it gets to wonder if I can put it in there. This one. Even action goes to the waypoint. Set up action. There we go. Alright. Then basic takeoff. Flight move. Lander. Recorded land. To behavior on or just play. Want it to press the play button on. Okay, this should work. This should work. So I'm gonna start my timer. Landing block timer. Okay, it's a current event and delay 0, and so the event controller says okay, it's time to take off. So now I'm gonna trigger it. Trigger now. Should be working. I have to land. Like I could be drilling over here for some ice or something. think I have to turn the move block on too. That's what I need to do. Okay. I would have them off. And I would have my drill on. I don't have it on right now. So where's the timer block? Move that one. I want to make sure my move block is on. There, the move behavior is on. Then I can use my here's recorded. And then I can turn that behavior on. Okay. Oh. AI, my behavior's off. Task is off. Landing is off. Okay. Go to my drill system. Now I'm going to turn it on. And soon I'll be collecting a little bit of ice. So, area, and it's probably pretty damn deep. Enable it for right now. Over here. And show area. Right now I'm going to bring it upwards, I think. I think it's coming up. I can go into this mode here. And going down, find out for sure where it is taking and digging at. It's digging from over here. What is it picking up? Picking up some ice. Okay, this thing works. It goes from a location where I have selected for it to be at, and it's using nanites to take and dig for me, and using this yellow beam, and it's going back and forth. I'm in spectator mode, so I can see this. I pop up like this. You can see the top of the ice. Now it's going down and back and forth to my drill. So I'm gonna wait until a large container not getting full, so go inventory, go containers, CO in. Okay, so what happening is it's taking into the drill system, going to the large container, then going to all of my generators. O2, H2 generators. I knew I had to fill them up, otherwise it's going to take and run out of fuel, and run out of fuel, I'd take and crash on the ground. So I'm getting some in my large cargo container. Now let's say that it is all full. If I can trigger this one. Doobie 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 doobie. No, it's not gonna trigger until it's 50% full. It's only 5% full, so it's gonna take a minute. So I can decrease this down to, okay, so it's great.